Indus Valley Civilization. It is believed that the earliest trace of human habitation in Punjab traces to the Son Valley between the Indus and the Jhelum rivers. This period goes back to the first interglacial period in the Second Ice Age, from which remnants of stone and flint tools have been found. Punjab and the surrounding areas are the location of the ruins of the Indus Valley Civilization, also known as the Harappan Civilization. There are ruins of cities, thousands of years old, found in these areas, with the most notable being those of Harappa, Rakhigari and Rupa. Besides the aforementioned sites, hundreds of ancient settlements have been found throughout the region, spanning an area of about 100 miles. These ancient towns and cities had advanced features such as city planning, brick-built houses, sewage and draining systems, as well as public baths. The people of the Indus Valley also developed a writing system that has to this day not been deciphered. Vedic period. Literary evidence from the Vedic era suggests a transition from early small janas, or tribes, to many Janapadas, territorial civilizations, and Gana Sangha societies. The latter are loosely translated to being oligarchies or republics. These political entities were represented from the Rig Veda to the Astadhyayi by Panini. Archaeologically, the time span of these entities corresponds to phases also present in the Indo-Gangetic Divide and the Upper Gangetic Basin. Some of the early Janas of the Rig Veda can be strongly attributed to Punjab. Although their distribution patterns are not satisfactorily ascertainable, they are associated with the Porusni, Asikni, Satadri, Vipa, and Saraswati. The rivers of Punjab often corresponded to the eastern Janapadas. Rig Vedic Janas such as the Druhyos, Anus, Purus, Yadus, Turvasis, Bharatas, and others were associated in Punjab and the Indo-Gangetic Plain. Other Rig Vedic Janapadas such as the Pakthas, Balanasis, Visanans, and Sivas were associated with areas in the north and west of Punjab. An important event of the Rig Vedic era was the Battle of 10 Kings, which was fought on the banks of the river Parasni, identified with the present-day Ravi River, between King Sudas of the Tritsu lineage of the Bharata clan on the one hand and a confederation of 10 tribes on the other. The 10 tribes pitted against Sudas comprised 5 major tribes, the Purus, the Druhyos, the Anus, the Turvasis and the Yadus, in addition to 5 minor ones, the Pakthas, the Alinas, the Balanas, the Visanans and the Sivas. Sudas was supported by the Vedic Rishi Vasishtha, while his former Purohita, the Rishi Viswamitra, sided with the confederation of 10 tribes. Sudas had earlier defeated Sambharan and ousted him from Hastinapur. It was only after the death of Sudas that Sambharan could return to his kingdom. A second battle, referred to as the Mahabharata in ancient texts, was fought in Punjab on a battlefield known as Kurukshetra. This was fought between the Pandavas and the Kauravas. Duryodhana, a descendant of Kuru, who was the son of King Sambharan, had tried to insult the Panchali princess Draupadi in revenge for defeating his ancestor Sambharan. Many Janapadas were mentioned from Vedic texts and are confirmed by ancient Greek historical sources. Most of the Janapadas that had exerted large territorial influence, or Mahajanapadas, had been raised in the Indo-Gangetic Plain with the exception of Gandhara in modern-day Afghanistan. There was a large level of contact between all the Janapadas of ancient India, with descriptions being given of trading caravans, movement of students from universities, and itineraries of princes. Pre-Islamic Punjab was also a center of learning for ancient India, and many ashrams and universities. The most notable of the universities is that at Takshila, which was dedicated to the study of the 3 Vedas and 18 branches of knowledge. In its heyday, it had attracted students from all over India as well as those from surrounding countries. Punjab in the ancient Vedic period was known as the Sapta Sindhu, or Land of the 7 Rivers. The aforementioned 7 rivers were the Vitsta and Vitamasa, Jhelum, Isikni, Chenab, Parisni and Iravati, Ravi, Vipasa, Bees, and the Satadri, Sutlej.